Hello and welcome. My name is Susan Magistus. So mic is shot. It's okay. And today I'm going to be playing some more Factorio. We're going to be going back to the normal Space Age playthrough. Stay still. Where, well, I've called it Parameterising Space Age, but I was saying yesterday that it's probably a bit premature. I've played it up ready to do that. Hello, Peter Dog. Hello. What is my keyboard doing? Dang it. Oh, I guess. Bit of a typo. Silk Song has been out for 3 days and I only just finished Act 1. So you're playing Silk Song, are you? I was sort of wondering yesterday if I might get a few people popping in sort of saying hello, goodbye. I'm off to play Silk Song sort of thing. But I'm not, it's not really my cup of tea, that sort of game. I'm not really a Metroidvania player, and as I was saying yesterday, sort of melee and type combat and like platforming, and basically it's a combination of things that just aren't really my cup of tea. But I've been kind of enjoying vicariously all the excitement that there's been. Although it does say not for me. What are we getting going on here? So I did play in quotes quite a bit. Since the last stream. I was saying last time that a demo for Anno 117 was coming up, and I was expecting to be spending most of the week playing that instead. In reality, I didn't play a lot of anything at all. But that demo is like time limited. You only get to play for an hour. So if you play again, you can obviously play you can play as many times as you want, but it's just the same hour over and over again, effectively. So I didn't actually play a lot of that, and instead I came to this save and basically fixed a lot of the problems I was having with blueprints, which are... have I transferred them over? I think I did. Let's just have a quick look. So it's mostly around the stations. These problems I was having with... well, one of the things was that these stations, I'd connected all of the medium power poles there up to red and green wires and hooked it up to the thing with the assumption that that wouldn't matter. In reality, we were getting some signal pollution going on, basically. So particularly the oil one was sending signals into the system it shouldn't have done. And that was causing some problems. So that was one of the major things I fixed, basically. So I also did a few other tweaks and bits and pieces, and in the meantime I sort of upgraded all the walls. So we now have double layer thick walls. All of the chests now have a uranium ammo request, which is, I did do several techs, one of which I did say this on this series before, it's not going to be 100% playthrough. It's one where I'm going to play it off stream. I was showing the pollution cloud because basically I went out and cleared out. So these are the original nests. These are the ones it spawns when when the game starts. Effectively, that's or when the map chunk is revealed. Anyway, whereas these are recolonization groups. Now they're bigger because of how I tweaked the settings. But one of the problems I was having was particularly here. There were these like two really big OG spawns, and they were just sending biters in continuously because of all the pollution. So I cleared those out. I also took out the small ones just because. But as you can see, they're filling it back in pretty rapid. But these are much more simple to deal with, because they're going to send small groups. What it did do though is the number of biters there were. They effectively act as a pollution sink. So it's actually now getting out to other big nests. These weren't getting hit before, but they are now because the other biters are gone. So they're not absorbing the pollution, and being desert, it's spreading out really quite far. So we are still getting plenty of tax, but so I went round and upgraded walls. So we now got the double laser version of the walls. I added on an extra thing here. As you can see, it's all uranium is available. Obviously, it's eating through the old... Oh, there's an attack coming in. And I also did a whole bunch of damage buffs. We are up to the stage where, it's getting to what it would class as the infinite tech, so rather than just the first 6 and that sort of thing. I mean, I've done a few mining prods. I don't know why that one stopped. You know, I've done a few, like the steel plate one, for example, which I can do. So we only have a few regular techs left that we could set on, but they're not ones that I'm actually particularly fussed about. You know, there's atomic bombs. That does mean we have got assembly machine level 3s, and I'm making a few of those. I've added on production of a few other things. We've got more lasers, so I could fill that out. We've got like the Mark II batteries all being made. So we're sort of switching to bot-based production, basically. So that's what I've been busy doing. I also did a copy-paste, and we now have a Vulcanus Express. Now this is like a simpler, not simpler, but a less quality version of the... It's just literally the same ship as the Vulcanus Express. I can get them both at the same size. So I don't can see those comparatively. That's not very good thing, isn't there, again? It's basically the same ship, but on the Vulcanus Express, because it goes somewhere where there's less solar, I got these high-level panels on it, and the Vulcanus one, you know, there's loads. It's like 400% solar at Vulcanus, so it doesn't have those. So we're basically ready to head off to Vulcanus. I have unlocked level 3 belts, but not built them because you get such a good bonus on Vulcanus for making belts there. Oh right, the 1 hour RTA run. Isn't your base about the size where flamer turrets would be useful? Never mind. Yeah, I mean, I could flamer turret it. Yeah, it's quite a big perimeter. And I tend to, if I'm going to do flamer turrets, then I generally do proper stations that drop off fuel rather than just sort of run, you know, pipes all the way around and what have you, because I find that a bit tedious to do. I'm using them in a few places. We don't actually have that much oil, is one of the weird things. That we have this, you know, and as you can see it's stopped, but that's because there's been no research for ages, but don't actually have as much oil as you might think. The good patches are like outside of our walls, but the plan really is to get artillery, and then I can start pushing them back and, you know, produce, and also cliff explosives would be pretty useful at this stage as well. But we can push them back. I did discover a few errors and things like that. So for example, I'd set up these rail ramps and rail supports, but I hadn't actually done anything with it. Well, I hadn't actually made any because I'd forgotten I hadn't set up refined concrete. So all sorts of tweaks and stuff that I've been doing. So I did have more time to play this than I was expecting. Cool. So I think that's basically everything we've got. I've adopted a few upgraded bits of. Why is that a battery one? I do have some battery 2s. Maybe I used up all the quality ones. Oh, never mind. But yeah, so yeah, I got a couple of quality bits and pieces in where we've made them, etc., etc. So yeah, what I haven't done, I don't think, because it hadn't built it, or I hadn't checked if it had built it, is order some stuff here. So we've got the. These are the bits for the walls. Oh, it's not brought up enough. Huh. Not enough to fill one rocket. I remember that. Yeah, it's because. Obviously now I'm making the assembly 2s. That's eating a lot of what limited supply of speed modules I'm doing. Okay. What are they actually being used in? It might be worth turning that production off effectively. Yeah, I think I'm going to be better off turning that off for now, so it can try and make some of those. I might handcraft a few as well, just while I'm waiting. Oh, I've got 50. Why don't I send them? If I do that, put them back into the system, should trigger a rocket launch. Cool. Okay, so as I say, I haven't got any bits and pieces in here ordered up, basically. So what might be some useful stuff to take? I guess it's always worth. Do they stack to 1,000 rocket capacity? No, 100. Sorry, so if we do, I don't know, a couple of hundred of them. was worth just having a few on hand. But what we really want is the bits to make a rocket, Tyler, just so that we've got one ready to go. So, what would that consist of? That's concrete, isn't it? No. Wait, what? Let's just do it from this. Can't I? No, I don't want to do it in a fancy way. Where do you live? You're in there. Steel. That's quite a lot of stuff. But steel would be easy to make there. Processing units are a bit of a pain, so we should take them as our electric engines. What about concrete? Iron ore. Stone, brick and mortar. The stone bricks are obviously easy. It's basically free stone doodles off. Now what would be worth taking up? Oops, wrong thing. So we go a couple of hundred processing units and a couple of hundred electric engines, I think. I can always send it back if concrete proves a bit of a pain to make. So we want a couple of hundred blue circuits, just to shortcut that. And a couple of hundred engine units, nice. Last thing I did in Factorio was struggle to design a post-Vulcanus nuclear platform. Oh, right, okay. How are you finding Silksong then? Are you enjoying it? Are you a general Metroidvania fan, or is it just Silksong in particular that? Do I want to do another research? Because if we leave it off, pollution will slowly sort of decline. I'm not actually fussed about getting destroyers or nukes yet. I mean, nukes would be useful for worms, I guess, but you know, it's 5,000 science packs that take ages to chew through it anyway, really. Cool. So let's just leave it for now. I mean, steel is actually probably the better thing to research. Yeah, I'll leave it for now. So you want the engines. So let's get a few belts. We might as well do a few inserters, maybe. Do they rocket stack times? They have stack coal. Not just some assembly machines. It's just to help me kickstart it, really. I'm not thinking about it in terms of what's a stack on there. Rocket is that. Stack 10 units. Let's take a stack of them because we've got to do that weird low-level oil production thing. I guess power stuff as well isn't going to hurt because we know we can get lots and lots of free power from sulfuric acid. Speaking of which, we might as well, not too difficult to make, but might as well add them on. This might take a while to fill up is the problem with this. Could always add some more silos here, couldn't I? And always worth having, I guess, stone furnaces might be easiest, just to have something to make, those initial stone bricks or what have you. So a few inserters, few assembly machines. Boxes, or I guess maybe steel chests might be worth having. But, oops, certainly fluidy things. What do you stack to? 200. Put them in. Capacity 50, cool. And I guess offshore pumps for the lava. I mean, we don't really need the solar. Unless I want to try and use that to kickstart it, maybe, but we'd be better off taking a few boilers and... Because we've got to kickstart it, you see. Even though we use the turbines to do the business. So if we get 10 of them, say... And... Because it uses the chemical plants. And then straight into the turbines, I think? Is that right? Because they make steam. Do we need... No. I've forgotten the recipe. I think you just literally take it straight out of the chemical plants. Let's forget about modules. So there'll be loads of coal there. Which can hand mine up. So we could... Water's usually the problem. I think if we do... Let's take some solar panels. Just so I can kickstart it. Because there's like 400% solar. What else might we need? We're going to be running out of room soon. I mean, rail's obviously great. But if I get that, we'll come back. I'll, send one back for it. I suppose there's bots. Thinking more from a personal point of view. Yeah. So we've got the ability then to make, do the coal liquefaction thing. We can do some steam processing. That also gives us water, lava, belts to do things, assembly machines. Yeah, I think I'm happy with that. I mean, I've got power via the substations here. It's quite a long list. Oh, I say that. They've sent most of it, haven't they? Yeah. Okay. Would be good to have the big power poles as well. I played Hollow Knight a while ago, but I never managed to beat Pantheon 5, the final achievement. I've also played a much smaller game, Worldless, and made the 100% speedrun route. It's a 2-hour game, excluding this game's equivalent of Pantheon 5, which can be completed in well under 20 minutes. 2-hour speedrun, make sure to be fine concrete, yeah. Solar panels, yeah, chemicals and turbines. Yeah, it's a direct thing, isn't it? Refined concrete, you reckon? I mean, since they brought that, I was sort of expecting them not to... Whoops. Take a while to send stuff up, but I guess because I've done a few buffs and things have all buffered up on belts, basically. We're not struggling, so I might actually then do the concrete. What do you stack to on a rocket capacity? 100. But we need 1,000, don't we, for a... So that's 10 stacks. Well, about 10 slots in our thing. Let's bring the concrete. So what else would we need? You can make them on platforms. It's not designed around doing it, but you can send the ingredients up and make. Because obviously it's a lot of space to send all of that stuff for a platform. It's a lot of your capacity in your thing. So if you just send it all up, make a rocket silo, and then just dump it back down again, you've then got one slot taken up. So it's not designed around doing that. So concrete, the steel should be easy once we get a few things, but let's take a few intermediates just to make life a little bit easier if we can. On the way 400, so we would get 1, 2, 3, 4, 2, 3, 4. Yeah, so we've got plenty of room. So say let's just take a few intermediates just to make life a little bit easier. do we want... We don't want, like, iron plate, really. A few steel wouldn't be bad. 400 is a rocket capacity. And then circuits would be good, I think. I don't want 2,000. It just shortcuts it, basically. It just makes it a little easier. So if we do 2 stacks of that. And what's your rocket capacity? 1,000 again. 2 stacks of that, and we will increase... Well, that is 2 stacks, isn't it? But it doesn't give us any spare. So let's do... Rocket capacity... Oh, rocket capacity is 300. So I could have sent 300 up. Let's do 400. Is it not? It won't have sent them then. Because I've not got enough. I need to boost some of these storage numbers because they're not actually aligned with rocket size. Forgot about doing that. Isn't electric engine somewhere else? Yes, it is. You're not running because you've got regular engines. Fine. Yeah, forgot about that. Needing to... Needing to boost the jobby. So you go to belt now. Going into a chest anywhere? Why have you put steel in there? Because the filter's not on. I forgot that. They don't... So it keeps the filter, but it doesn't put it on anymore. It's annoying. So anyway, that should be like 500. Yeah, because if you have the filter, like old blueprints, it doesn't have the filter on. So is that going to be a problem elsewhere? I think it is, isn't it? Oh, there's no filter on that anyway. There is on that one. Where would I put some more of those in? We have one there, there we go. There's no filter. What about these guys? So they don't have filters, but they should have, really, shouldn't they? I mean, it's sort of irrelevant. With it being the regular belts. What about the military stuff? That's got filters on it. Not for that one. Yeah. Don't bring regular concrete. I recommend bringing refined concrete for making foundries on Vulcanus. Split thoughts. Heating. Stream. Just saying, I don't disagree with you though. The game is all about 3 hours first time. My first time. I mean, every concept first time. 3,500 in factor, and there's still that new stuff. Welcome, Aaron Frederick. Welcome, welcome. Hope you're doing well. But yeah, you're skirting a little bit close to backseat in there, but it's not too much of a problem. I wouldn't be able to fit both in, into the ship. Where are these other filtered inserters? Never cleared them out, did I? All the old junk in them. Have I not got any more filtered chests? Inserters, rather. That is one, isn't it? Got to be something gold, surely. Did those two? Cool. I guess I didn't do too many others. I don't know why they didn't, because it's basically because it used to be a filter inserter, I think, at one point. And of course they flipped that to all inserters are filter inserters. But They left it disabled. It's like, well, if you put a filter inserter on it, then you were wanting it to be filtered, so why not have it switched on by default? Oh well. Need to redo all these blueprints anyway. They're not built around space age. How are we doing? How are we doing, chaps? Have we filled my ship up for me? Not quite. So that's on the way. So the one that's missing, not enough to fill one rocket, even though there's 1,000 available on a planet. I think that just means there's no rocket available. Not actually enough to fill a rocket. Surely. Surely. Well, if there's 1,000, surely it stacks to... Oh, rocket capacity is 2,000. Okay. I see what you mean then. I see what you mean, my friend. Where would I be putting green circuits in a box? Here, surely. Yes. Okay. So that needs to be 2,100 or something. What about reds? I must be putting them in a box somewhere, surely? 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 No? Well... what are you? The blue circuits. 500. What was the... 300, that's fine then. Well, seriously, not putting these into a... Because we've got loads of production capacity. No, I guess not. How about we add on a little bit extra here then? And we want, say, stack inserter. Must be filtered to your reddest of red circuits. And box. Set that to red circuits as well. And you only want to turn on if there are pocket capacity 1,000, so red circuits less than say 1,200. It's a very good place to have the old parameterized blueprint, really, wouldn't it, for sticking them on? That's fine. 1,000 there. So this needs to be like 2,100. That's not filtered. Why not? I guess... I think I built these. Without thinking about that side of it. So it's brackets. Steel, isn't it? This. Steal some steel? Steel. No. Cool. Okay, so now we're getting some green circuits on the go. And Gas Express. So those will arrive and immediately empty out. Is there anything that's worth dumping off? I mean, there's not much point like taking crushers and extra thrusters and I guess extra crystal collectors maybe, because I might lose one, I guess. So I can always send it back. So yeah, I'll take a couple of refined concrete then, based on the advice. I'm not sure there are that many just sat in chests. How much space am I going to have? Not much. We've got 1, 2, 3, 4... No, 2. Wait, what have I said for the... So that would be 2 stacks there. So if we do 2 stacks... Stacks to 200, there we go. So I'm not sure... What's the stack size on there? Oh, 100, okay. And then we're basically full. Let's have a look. So I don't know that I'm making all of them. Looks like a there we go, thrown together. That's the regular concrete. Where did I put the oh, there it is. What do we use? 200. Let's make that like 400 then. A bit more wiggle in the room. Cool. How are you doing? Should just be launching, are you? Oh, it's emptying it out. No. I thought that number was going down. I guess if I'm something surprising about my tasting games is the 2 thrust points. I absolutely adore everything about them, except the punishing difficulty and the hyper optimization. If then there's a difficulty slider. Isn't that what those games are, though? I completed, so I don't know. I think to some extent it was. I love Frostpunk 1. I only played it through a couple of times. The DLC didn't really do anything for me. But I don't know. I saw some not particularly great reviews of Frostpunk 2. But when I sort of I saw some scores that weren't great, like some negative reaction on Steam and stuff. You know, like. Poor ratings there, but when I actually looked at it, I don't think the things that they were moaning about would actually be something I would care about, basically. Ah, we've got something. Not enough room? Does make sense. Doesn't there need to be enough room for it to even launch? Isn't that a thing? Yeah, so it can't even send that, can it? I don't think I'm that fussed about the green circuits anyway. Let's cancel that one. And head off. But yeah, I sort of, but I mean, I didn't actually, so I sort of, I don't know, because it was, you know, this game is super difficult and all that sort of stuff. I think I was way too cautious with it and like overly, you know, well, overly cautious basically, and so when I actually played it, I finished it my first playthrough. You know, like completed the game basically. I made some errors, and kind of lost, like when you send the things out to the the other cities. I lost some of the striders and stuff because I didn't realise what was going on. But yeah, I finished it my first game. So I think it was just because everyone had said it's super difficult and it's like, like the Dark Souls of city builders and all that sort of stuff. And then I was like super paranoid about everything. And managed to beat it. So, we need to go to Vulcanus Express. Most people absolutely love the first scenario of Frostpunk DLC. Okay. Maybe that was the one I did like then. I'd stopped buying them basically because I wasn't really enjoying them as such. Which was that one? I can't remember. They did so many. It's like 8 DLC or something. But yeah. Cool. You can see it was a copied ship. So let's go. In fact, we'll just take that off. Vulcanus. Bit of time passed on it just because. Cool. Let's give it a go. Not so much the second one. Last autumn. One where you build the generator. Oh, right, yeah. Yeah, I remember that one being good. But say I bought a couple of the others. Am I thinking about the right thing? Maybe I just looked at the reviews on the others. I can't remember. So long ago. But yeah, you'd recommend Frostpunk 2 as well then. So I sort of ended up a bit too cautious on it. But then, I mean, it's me. I've got literally hundreds of games I've never played, so I don't know that I need another one. It's like I bought Abiotic Factor on Friday. When the hell I'm going to play that, I don't know. What's that, about a third of the way there? How are we doing on the fuel? Plenty of fuel. I mean, we shouldn't struggle. I don't think I even need all of this DACA now, because I've done 6 of the buffs I didn't have before. Or 5, something. So yeah, we shouldn't have any problems. We have another turret. Oh! Oh, it's just because it's filtering the red stuff through. Let's just have a quick look at Nalvis, make sure. I'll have a little check on the pollution. Still using steel, isn't it? What's going on? I guess it's filling up those chests now. Okay. I turned this off, didn't I? I need to turn that back on. Are we there yet? Nearly. You know, there's a lot of people love Vulcanus as the first planet and stuff anyway, but it's kind of the easiest one to get to. You don't have to worry about the power at all. And there we go. Let us module thrust. Drop ourselves down. 6 scenarios, 3 fanfare, so the new home. First scenario, winter home, generators burn up slowly. The last autumn, build the generator. Okay. I might have to look at it again then. I don't recognise at least one of those. Okay, yes, so let's have a quick scan around, see where you wormy boys are. One of the things I would say... Oh, hello, how are you? Is that it could have done with some biome diversity on the new planets. Gleba's like... It's like they've taken all the biome diversity of Nalvis and squished it into Gleba, and then left the others as just... Yeah, because Volgora and this place are just uniform planets. Which kind of makes sense for this place. But Volgora should have more variety. Okay, so we've got some sulfur down here. Good, good, good. Not in worm territory. Oh, we've got a little gap between territories then. Interesting. I did it off stream, but I did this on Volgora as well, running around looking for islands. But they're all relatively close to the start point. It was rubbish. I'm just a bit... Oh. Not yet through them. Sort of load of medium-sized ones rather than anything big. trapped by the lava. That's a bit of a weird lava formation, isn't it? Another one. Ah, and a big patch of tungsten there. Okay. Rawr. Indeed. Okay. Okay. Didn't spot coal. Oh no. Coal's up there, just can't see it for the contrast. The three others are the arcs, keep the seed vaults warm, automated city and save New Manchester while you're at it, refugees, respond to politics, and on the edge, no generator. Video compression is doing something wild. Getting keyframes every 5 seconds. Ah, okay. It is all golden on my OBS. It could be a YouTube thing. A YouTube compression thing, because I have 0 dropped frames. And yeah, stream has stayed steady at 6,000 kilobits. It could also be restream. Restream sometimes, what's a polite way of putting it? An all ages version might be poops the bed. So yeah, sometimes restream does fall over. Definitely a YouTube thing. Okay. Let's hop over to Twitch. I don't know if you have an account now. Most people seem to have both, but you should have emotes and badges and stuff like I set up. I think there are some member exclusive ones on YouTube if you really wanted to use them. I think my audience doesn't really give a monkeys about that sort of stuff though. Cool, okay, so that's our sort of starting area. Nice big calcite patch, nice big coal patch as per usual. Oh, we got sulfur in the territory, excellent. And then tungsten just there. Bit of a pain to get to that one though. I'm wondering about maybe if I go and have a bit of a wander up here, because it looks like it's like relatively flat terrain. Might be an easier one just to nip up to. Just trying to scope the place out really. So always do this on Fogor as well, so I figured I might as well have a look round. I could get it to, while I'm doing this, I could get it to drop down bits and pieces, couldn't I? Well, no, that's it. Cool. Yeah, it's just going. Oops. Other butchers up here. I'm afraid, Mr. Worm, you might be my first victim because this is quite a nice flat area. No annoying walls. Don't see any tungsten on the map. Get through there? I think so. Someone, I'm not sure if it wasn't you. Oh, there you go. Definitely a YouTube name. Bacon's just more. Moan alert. Right then. Britishism. Yeah, they were the last. Very important that the order of the colours here is red first. Yeah, red, white and blue. The Union flag. We want the French flag in there, will we? Suppose not. I didn't really think about that. Yeah, this is a nice flat area. Fortunately, no super nice tungsten patch, which was kind of would have been the super bonus, really. What about this bit? Any sneaky little tungsten patch up here? Hello, Mr. Worm. Oops. Trapped on a tree. I think they've done some tweaking on the map, Jen. Because I don't remember quite so many nice big flat areas before. Well, the idea is it's meant to be the the plains between volcanoes. No tungsten over there within spitting distance. I seem to remember on my first playthrough it was just literally wall-to-wall cliffs, basically. Okay. Let us. So, I forgot what the trigger tech on this is. What do we need to do? Mine a big volcanic... Oh, what did I mine then? Mustn't have been a big one. Is that a big one? That's a huge... Oh, I must have mined a huge one. No, it doesn't count then. It could be a big one. Okay, so that's that one done. Next off then, isn't it smelt it? Oops. Craft tungsten carbide. Which is carbon, tungsten, and sulfuric acid. Okay. And is that... Don't we have to do... Yeah, got mine calcite for the other part of the thing. Let's go and get me stuff. I love that animation, it just sort of falls over. Can actually kill you if they hit you as you're coming down, as they're coming down. Right, so it's minus us a little bit of calcite. Bing bong bing. Let's just get a little stack. I've got the... Sorry, I was going to explain this in case there's a weird buzzing noise or, fan type sound. I had to break out the air conditioner again because it's gone warm in the UK. Not hot, I wouldn't say, 24, 25-ish degrees. But the humidity is insane. It's like, must be like 95% humidity. It's like treacle, the air. Which just makes doing streams staggeringly unpleasant. Okay, so to do the foundry, we need to craft the tungsten carbide. Get a burp, apologies. And that is your carbons, tungsten ores, and sulfuric acid. Now the carbon we can make with this thingy recipe from the chemical plants. Okay, so we need to mine up a bit of the old acid. And we want a bit of... Did I grab some coal? I don't think I grabbed any, did I? Nuts. Okay. Let's take you out. And then... We just want to make some. Just get the trigger tech. So we're doing carbon. So we literally want to go and grab... Can't I get it from the trees? Isn't that... Don't these have carbon in them? Yeah, they're carbon. Just do it that way. Oh, which is a point then, isn't it? Oh, I can't use them, can I? No. So I don't have I didn't bring furnaces, did I? Nuts. Yeah, so if I'm to make that... Oh, it's made in an assembly machine anyway, okay. Huh, that's a bit weird, isn't it? Tungsten ore, carbon, sulfuric acid. Okay, so I can make that as long as I power this. We'll get rid of that. You down. Get that. It feels so weird not knowing recipes and not knowing quite what leads to what. Okay, let's just get some of those. There we go. You also need those. Bing bong bing. Cool. So that will let us make foundries. Excellent. To get the drill, we also need to make a foundry. Now we can make foundries, I think, in assembly machines. Excellent. But what do we need? I only want to make one, really. We need all sorts of magical things. Okay. Should have bought the green circuits. Okay, fine. So we would need what? How much? 50 tungsten carbides. Okay. So that's that refined concrete. That's useful. And green circuits, the tungsten carbide. Oh, I didn't put any blooming things on, did I? There for the time being. Now, we need some coal. I've not got enough belt, really, have I? Why do I need some coal? So I need to mine up. I need to smelt this iron and... Should have bought some burner miners. Think about that. Got a load of them in other storage. There. Anyway, good night, and good night to you. Thanks for stopping by. Yeah. Okay. Oh. You leave my Nauvis alone. Horrible monsters. Okay, so we get that iron and copper smelted. Now we can make some circuits. We would need 30. We would also be needing to do lube. Now, lube. We need the heavy oil. Heavy oil. Can't we? Yeah, we can get it from the coal liquefaction. Isn't there a simple coal liquefaction? Oh, okay. We need to get... Wait, how do we make a foundry without lube then? Okay, I've confused myself. So we need to make lubricant. Get it from biolube. So we need it for heavy oil. Okay. Let's use alternate recipes. Simple coal. There it is. How do we get that one then? Oh, we've got it. It's from calcite. Okay. So that's why we need coal. Simple coal liquefaction is coal, calcite, and acid. And that's the one with the oil refinery. Let's get that. I can't remember how many we needed. We're going to have to punch a lot of rocks. There. We've got there. So I need the load. Yeah. Where did you go? There we go. Oh, not quite in range. Okay. Right. Oops. Okay. Now this one, I'm going to send it to this and use the simple liquefaction. Now, which way round? So come out. Oh, it doesn't matter. Okay. So we do the simple liquefaction. Give it what it. Oh, we haven't got the coal, have we? But that then would give heavy oil. And we can convert that into the loop. So then we can send this way. What was I doing? So we go there. Let's go and feed. I didn't bring any regular mining drills either, did I? Ugh. Can I make one? No, because I would need circuits, which of course... More circuits. There we go. Making good progress on the next law speculation video. Should hopefully have that done so I can release it to members for the next couple of weeks, and then so what am I trying to do? I'm trying to make a second one of them. Feed that in there. That in there. That on there, because that'll fill up with coal and act as like a little reservoir as well. Yeah. So put the coal in there. Let's also punch some rocks. I got some bots, didn't I? Why am I doing this by hand? It's bots, of course. Easy to run here. Just so. There we go. That's a lot more efficient, isn't it? Oodles of iron. Excellent. That. Oh, I need to make stone brick as well, don't I? Third one of them? Yep. We need them to make the big mining drills anyway, because they're like a component part. So I should have brought some. And then we can get some stone brick. Don't need all of that. Where did it go? Oh, the bot's placed it. Okay. Well done, lads. Applaud your efficiency. And nice. Gives me lots of carbon, doesn't it? Right, what have you got? What have I got that you need? Nothing. What about this guy? Lots of coal, lovely. Cool. So I could make some of these circuits, couldn't I? Just throw them together. Because it needs 20, is it, for the first one? 30. But we got 17 already, so make another 5 like that. Let's run out of stuff as well. So I need 3 more of those, which I can't make. Excellent. And then we're there, basically, apart from this. Okay. We get a bit of sulphur out of the dead funerals. Okay, so that should let us make the couple of extra circuits. I think we're then sorted because we've got loads of tungsten now. We could set an assembly machine working on a rocket thingy for Silo at some point. Yeah, just want to make one. So we get the bing, bing, bing. Because that lets us build the mining drill. What do we need for that? That one needs actual molten, actual iron. Because that then lets us get tungsten steel. Seems to be more trigger techs here than on Fargora. Which is interesting. And then once we've made that, we can get the actual science pack and we can build something resembling a base at some point. Okay. So, to make one of them, we need molten iron. We've got a foundry now. An electromagnetic tungsten carbide. So we need 10 of the motors we brought with us. A little annoying. But yeah, clearly that has to be made in a foundry. So, ooh, we've got all those recipes. Come on, then. Bits we've got like those. In fact, what's the... You need... And I need 2 of them then, don't I? Because I guess I could put it in a pipe and but yeah, we need I need circuits, don't we? Oop. How am I going to make 53? Why don't we get an assembler to make them? Assembler or 2. So we need a second foundry because we've got to do molten. It's, oops. Okay, chug away. Single foundry uses 50 steel, so if I just put 50 in, that will automatically limit it. We'd be better using a foundry to make foundries, wouldn't we? But yeah, we need this. Where's our lava over there? We need you to make... What is it? Molten copper... Molten iron from lava, there we go. So I need to put calcite in it. I don't think I've got any calcite either. One calcite, 500 lava. Oh, the stone, haven't we? But 250 iron is all we need to make the thing, I think, isn't it? Yeah, 200 molten iron. So we'll make one of them. Okay, let's go and... Oops. So just all about unlocking the recipes to start with. Oops. So that's our foundry that we needed. We grab some of this other stuff. Oh. We both need power, obviously. But we got what we need. So, is it one? It is one mining drill. Isn't it? Okay, so we need to make that. Well, didn't bring that as it. Right, what do you need? You need a mining drill. Need more iron. Still more iron. 12, okay. It's got the mold, so it's literally just the mining drill. We have a mining drill on the way. Superb. Cool. So that should get us the tungsten steel recipe. Oh, that's quite simple, isn't it? Tungsten ore plus molten iron. How many do we need to craft a number? Get this? No, just one. Cool. Okay. So we can just repurpose this one. Like that. And then we go that. What would... Oh, I haven't got any tungsten, but... How much does it need? 20... 10... Yeah, just literally need to make one, don't I? So I just need a bit of tungsten from somewhere. Here, maybe? Cool. Bing bong bing. Nice. So we have the pack unlocked. Good, good, good. Awesome. Can you make... But you can make belts just from the get-go and pipes. Excellent. Okay. And there's our pack. Copper, tungsten plate and carbide. Cool. Okay. Let's pick all of this up then. Why am I doing? Okay. Oops. So, other thing I should have brought with me was loggy bots. I only brought construction with them. So, I want... Do I say... okay. I mean, I bet you're stuffed, aren't you? You've got loads of fuel. Yeah, send you for a round trip. Okay. So we don't really want all of that stuff. Let's add default things. So what do we want? What have I discovered I should have brought that I didn't? I think if we order in some mining drills... And we don't want too much because it'd take ages for it to fill it up. But we want some construction bots, which means we also want some... What do you stack to? Rocket 50. Yeah. Want some of them and some of them. What's the rocket size on that? Less than 10. So that'll let us do a little bot network. Definitely want loads more belt. Shouldn't be too hard to make, but we've got some quite big distances between our stuff. So we can make them once we've got it up and running, but it's fairly big distances, which is a bit annoying. I got the turbines already, didn't I? I could grab... I said I don't want too much because it will take ages to bring it all in. But because what I really want is the rocket stuff. So what we want... Do I bother with the steel? Because that is so easy to make. No. So, silo. What have I got and what do I need? I guess if I just set one up, actually, ready to make stuff. Go like that. Rocket silos in there now, isn't it? So how many? So steel, but as I say, so easy to make the steel. So the processing units we've got. So we want more electric engines because they're a bit more work to process, and it turns out need them for the big mining drill. So how about we do? What is the stack size? Rocket capacity is 400. I think that's really good. So let's get some of that. Pipes are so easy to make. Concrete I already brought. Pipes, in fact, pipes. Already got. I'll put the engines in. I already put the engines in. So it'll be the steel we're missing. Okay, so that's nice. That gets us a rocket silo, and we're ready to rock and roll. Okay. What else did I realise should have brought? Did I put the mining drills on? I did. More belt. How many? I mean, this is like. What are they? 50, yeah. So it's like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. So if we do 2 more of something, what? I guess we could bring in the gun turrets, because we're going to have to deal with a worm at some point. What do you rocket stack to? 1, that, and how much is a stack of them? Only 25. I prefer something like poison, just to help me out. Okay. So, we want this to go back to Nalvis. All requests satisfied. We don't want to unload there. We don't want it doing anything weird. So if I put this on like 1,200 seconds for when I completely forget. Let him sit there in orbit for a while. Okay. Let's do something about that steel then. So, to make steel, steam condensation. So that's calcite, isn't it? An acid, and that's it. So we could maybe set that up as well. Calcite there. I've also got a couple of regular mine drills, but the big one as well. Let's clear this off. Oops. As to do their thing. But yeah, steel is just molten iron, and that's it. And molten iron is just iron calcite. No, it isn't. Molten iron lava. And gives us stone. Yeah. So we could use the 2 we've set up, or 2 we've built, to get chugging on steel, if we can provide it with calcite. And that should not be a difficult thing. So, if we go, where are you? There you are. So you do the molten iron from lava. I've put that too close, haven't I? Yeah. Molten iron from lava. So in one of the Friday Facts, so I've done one of the things I've done as like my first ever proper member exclusive is a retrospective on the first speculation video I did, like pure speculation video. And I noticed during that they had, because I've shown a few screenshots of Friday Facts things, and calcite you need, isn't it? And I noticed that you don't need much calcite at all, do you? Memory. But when they originally showed the foundry, it output both. So the recipe was just lava in and both copper and iron out, because it had the blue and the orange. So I don't know if that was just a thing they did for testing, you know? It was like a special thing for testing. Right, checklist, yeah. You want to be filtered though, aren't you? I don't want you chucking anything useful out. Not that you can, I don't think. But... Power down, is it? Or... Oh, yeah, no. But yeah, so I say, I don't know if that was an actual change then. Or, just, tweak. Something used for testing, but... Did I not bring chests? I didn't, did I? Because I was all like, oh, steel's easy. Okay. So this should get us 1,000 of your finest steel. Well, we don't run out of blooming electricity anyway. So let's let that chug away making those. Cool, cool. I think I'm gonna set up a little manual. In fact, why don't we do? Those, oops. Just because I've got a load of bishop inventory. Cool. Let it chug through that, and that's what we'll do. A little bit of the stone as well. Cool. Okay. How are we doing? You're working away. Nice. What was the other thing I was going to say? So I could do a bit of the old power stuff, I guess, couldn't I? Do we want to let me steal some of this? Oh. Oh. Oops. So, I don't know, maybe those two? You then have to put it into chemical plant. And I just do a botch together one, I guess. Take it out. Guess we need... In fact, it'd be better if it was just closer for now. Oops. Just think we can just rely on whatever little belt we've got. In fact, better if that was a little bit further out. Sort of that works. If that's neutralization, can't remember what the maths is. Oh. And then I've put it too close. Too far away, rather. Into there. I've not got long-handed, have I? So go. That. So it needs power to get it to start. Somebody put a funeral. Nice. In fact, I've got a bit of iron and... Oh no, instead. Okay. How many of those we got? 500 already, excellent. Oh, is our ship back? $943. Excellent. Yes, ship. Where are you? You're here. Well, I think you might have just arrived, though. Oh, yeah. Why is it not? Oh, it's not dropping stuff down. Because I've made the most rudimentary of errors. And not brought a blooming... what should I call that? Landing, you know, cargo landing pad. Wow, okay. We've got loads of them back home. So, no, we want, where is it? Landing pad, one of. I can stick them on a rocket, can I? Good capacity one, yeah. Then, might as well... Capacity of what? Okay, yeah, might as well bring some storagey box, you know, cargo bay things. Wow. Do I want more of any of these? I think get rid of that. Might be useful having more of them. There we're fine with. More DACA. Okay, please do another round trip. Okay. Well, these would have just dropped down, I expect. Oh, you've not arrived yet? No? Oh, there they are. Go. So that gives us the lucky engines. So we are just missing 7 bits of steel. So how much steam? They make 2,000 steams. 2,000 steams a second, and this only consumes 60. So we really don't need a second one of them, do we? For what we've got... Oh, rat pipe. Okay. What was I doing? I was looking for 7 steel. Can I get out there? Yeah. No, I'm not. I'm looking for 67 still. 57 still. Get my maths right now. Okay, so that'll make the rocket silo. So that makes me happier then that I've got the ability to get home. I can obviously send, because the Vulcanus ship is, you know, never going to run out of electricity. It's easy just to send it back. Okay. So now we need to start actually building what we're going to build. Because our foundries are very good for making belt. What we really want is to set up foundries making foundries, I think. To switch out that steel. Are we done? You're done. Excellent. Oops. Let's pop the silo down. Wow, where's the silo? Down there. How's the pollution doing on now, this? Yeah, I think it's sort of starting to recede a little bit. Not a lot. Could be in desert. How is Vulcanus Express doing? Vulcanus Express. Where are you? You're at Nalvis, waiting on supplies. Cargo land, not enough to fill one rocket. Am I not making them then? Huh. Why am I not making them? I'm just not making them. Okay, that was genius. Let's fit in this bit here. So we need, nope, we need that one. You need to make cargo landing pads. And away you go. That's going to make 2. Cool. So that was oversight. So they're all coming. That'll get made. What's the stack size on that? 100. Yeah, so everything except the cargo landing pad is good. Okay. So yeah, we don't have tungsten. Don't have tungsten. I could just keep, you know, cutting down the stone things. We'll have, we'll have a lot, because it just gives you loads. But really, we want a minor patch. I mean, that's just horrible from every point of view. There's no way I'm getting a train in there. So this Worms territory is a nice expansion to the building area, and that's not unhelpful, that one. But they don't have tungsten. You see, I want to build this in such a way that adding the tungsten in isn't that much of a big deal. we are going to get loads if I mine it up. Hmm. I mean, I could get some radars on the go, couldn't I? See if we can scope it out that way. For the time being, my legs are as useful as a radar. So, again, nice big open building area. I don't remember it doing these before. And that's a medium one. Oh no, it's a small one. Seriously, no tungsten up here. No wonder you're small worms. You haven't got the resources. You just need to gang up on a big worm and take its territory. Usually quite a big territory, this one. Nothing useful in it at all. Yeah, can't get through there. I think it spawns the land. Can I get through there? Without regards to the worm, you know, like overlays the worm territories, because I'm pretty sure they trash. I know you can use them as free cliff explosive. So you can basically, if you put things in their territory, like that's super cheap, like belts or inserters, then they'll head over and destroy. You get a million warnings. It's really annoying. But you just plop them around, and they'll just divert and try and destroy your stuff. At the same time, take out the cliffs. Yeah, so it's a big open area, this, with no tungsten. Yet more coal. Hello, bananas. Tungsten generates only in the biome that has a lot of lava, yeah. So it'll be up here, probably. Could go and look at those then, I guess. I'm sort of hoping these would be lava, you see. But they are not. And that's a lot of worms to kill. I think we'll just have to guerrilla mine that one tungsten patch then. Yeah, throw something together. Because I don't fancy picking up rocks for the next several hours. Yes, welcome to the stream. Hope you're doing well. Ooh. It's just a small one there. Calcite. Just like little ponds, basically, those lava ones, aren't they? Tungsten here. Yeah, these are. Oh, you're a medium. Okay. I was wondering what the logic was supposed to be as to why you land in the one place with small worms. I don't know if your landing is meant to kill them off or something. Weirdly convenient. Yeah. Calcite for days. I guess we could import some railway, support things. Very expensive to move around. And then it's more coal, crikey. So I think that's our only batch, basically. Yeah. What about in here? Just more lava. Just more lava. No. Okay. Okay, let's go and have a look at that patch then, though. So, in terms of how we might actually mine that. Because I am pretty sure... Whoops. Maybe hop across there. I'm pretty sure it's too far for the railway support. It goes... Yeah, you see, it won't even let me put one on there. What about across here? If we were hopping across there. Oh, let me do that. Yeah, you see. Yeah, it's too far. Where we, I mean, the shortest would be across those two, wouldn't it? Because we could maybe sneak a train across here. That's sort of out of territory. So if we were doing something here, I think it would... You let me build there, will you? Oops. Kinda, maybe, sort of ish. Okay. Where would a ramp go then? Oh, I built one. I didn't mean to build one. So, because those are only 90 degrees, aren't they? So if there was a sort of a one there, would that connect, or is that for forbidden angles? Okay. Probably let me build one. Don't know. Oops. Ah, rail planner. My nemesis. In fact, is that far enough away to... Just trying to work out a place where I can kind of... Okay, so sort of there. Because then we'd only have to sort of pick up this bit. Where would that go? So if we were then... Yeah, we would be able to get sort of up there. Like that. So in other words, if we had the tungsten drop-off be here, or assume it's there, then we can kind of have it go up that way, because obviously we've got lava there that worms aren't going to be fussed by. Okay. Because I can obviously hand mine this. The point is to have something where the first couple of bits we can get it loaded onto a train. It's quite far away, isn't it? But then I might, thinking about it. Yeah, we could go there maybe. And then we just have literally a station here. Don't actually build, guys. You'll annoy the locals. So it's something in here. You know, like that. And then it's a couple of big mining drills. Because so long as this isn't too big, oops, it'll be relatively easy to blue. Just build in and out. I mean, obviously I can try and kill the worm as well, but where does it actually become his territory? Sort of across here. So that's sort of what I would need to build, isn't it? You'd need something there. Oh, we need the station. I did it again. No. Oh. Right, let me ghost it, but it'd be approximately there, wouldn't it? Okay. We need power though. Which we don't have, so we could put, say, there was one of those. Then how far away can I get that? I remember thinking that be able to put power down train station lines, you know, down the rail. Cool. So if that was what we were trying to blueprint, it's only a few things, you see, and I've got bots, and this can handle 13 robots. And I think that's only something like 13 bits of stuff. Obviously it needs a suitable name. Satan! Well, now there you go. Satan. Good old Stan. Tungsten ore. Oops. Whoops. Can't reach around my microphone. Tungsten ore. Okay. So a train would be nice and safe on the other side. When we're fairly... I mean, I don't know how many of these I can actually kind of get away with. Power. Will you leave my turrets alone? There's nothing for you here, biters. Oh, is it done a round trip? Yes, cool. Let's pause it for now then. Drop those down. Big bad, good. Cargo bays. That's all. Cool. Yeah, so we need to blueprint this. See how many things are in it, because I think up to there. How many bits have we got? So quite a bit of belt, haven't we? But 1, 2, 3, 5, 7, 11, 15, and then so that make it 32, 50. So it's a couple of goes for the box. Hopefully it'd be buildable in a reasonable sort of. Because we can get a blueprint that we can just slap it down, make sure make sure it's far enough away, sort of thing. So we just go, boop. I have to bring in some elevated rails. Because if it's over here, should give us a good amount of time to at least mine some up. Okay, so we would need to bring in a bunch of elevated rails, really. So, how many? We don't need any of them. Get rid of those. How many elevated rails? And what do you even stack to? Rocket capacity 1. So if we do literally the 2. And then what about these guys? Rocket capacity 5. We do want quite a few though. 20. Is that too many? I don't know if it's too many. The other bits and pieces I can probably just make, but we might as well. I mean, how many rail? 100 rail in a rocket, and we only want a short bit of rail, so we might as well bring that in. So that's me messing around about a couple hundred of them then. And we might as well have. What do you stack to? 200 or 100 rather? So. Oh! Something got blowed up. Okay, do another round trip. Oh, I laid down the blooming. I put down the station, didn't I? Forgot about that. At least proves the principle. I mean, that was, a good long while before it came. Fuck. Oh, of course I wandered through the murk. You're going to cut me off, aren't you? Okay. Is 20 enough? Might not be enough. I've got 1, 2. Well, it's not 1, but 1, 2, 3, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. There. And then down. Oh. And then am I going to use my unloader? My new fixed one. Drop off. Okay. Drop off. Drop off what? Okay. Train. I guess I could get it to do trains, couldn't I? Which way are you going? Oh, you're out of fuel. Oh, you're out of fuel. Okay. Okay. Train. Capacity 5. So, much percent to stack. Again. Cool. So yes, this is where we are expecting our tungsten to come in. Okay. I didn't set up those. Dang. Didn't set up production of whatchamacallit. Still doing this. Oh dear. So, if what we actually want it to do is furnaces, what does that end up looking like? Because I think I need more tungsten carbide, don't we? Yeah. Let's... What have I got? Okay. So the tungsten... It doesn't need molten stuff, does it? No. Tungsten carbide is not made in a foundry. Interesting. Okay. That's annoying. They're very insistent, aren't they? I guess that's because there's multiple new spawn things in. Like that. And then making circuits as well. Now what do you need? You need carbon and the tungsten. All that tungsten. Carbon then I can make from... Oh. Okay. Oh no wait, that's a chemical plant recipe, isn't it? And so I need sulfuric acid as well. Chunky. Output to that one. Well, should I see if I can... How much belt have I got? 465. Oh, I didn't collect them, did I? Where have you gone? You are. So now we have an actual landing pad to actually land our actual things in. Cool. Did you do a round trip yet? But also put stuff I don't really need in there, can't I? Oh. One entity destroyed. Oh, they're really close, aren't they? I could hop in the... I've obviously got the tank. And I kind of have a lot of radar coverage, but not really. It's not quite far enough, sort of thing. To get them, so... Yeah. Just too far away. What's I do? Oh yeah, I was going to check. So it's heading to now this still? What are you actually lacking? Water. Yeah. Not getting enough ice asteroids. Okay. Cool. Got a bit lost there. What was I doing? Looking at doing a line of... Oh, now. How would that work? If we were trying to get it to there... What's that? Not unreasonable path, I guess. I don't think I've got enough belt for this, have I? How much belt is that? 131. Oh yeah, no, we'll be okay. Okay. Mining drill. Stick them in. Yeah. Oops. Might as well just sort of connect these up. Remember this being particularly annoying. I had to constantly run around the cliffs. Yeah, I did pick up more iron and stuff. Coal? Coal's coming. Okay, so that'll make carbon. Put them there. Let's not go nuts. I'll make some tungsten ore. Tungsten carbon, rather. Tungsten carbide there. We have not got the lube. Okay. And the lube needs us to do other things as well, doesn't it? So, the chemical plant wherever over. So that can do the lube. Nice. Do the lube if it's there. Yeah. Okay. But you need simple coal liquefaction, which I cannot remember what it is. Simple coal liquefaction. So that is calcite, that's what I suspected. So if we hop a little spur across there, then we need to give this calcite coal, which not arrange that very well. So if we do some coal there. So and it goes the lube. Oops. Cool. Excellent. So we're already making, what do we have? 3 those. Brilliant. Oops. Okay. Now, where do I want to put everything? Because I could kind of work it backwards, couldn't I? We could say, you could put the rocket, and then, because all I want to set up, really, is some science production. So that I can make artillery and cliff explosives and I'm not yeah, that's the other one, isn't it? I'm not actually all that fussed about the others. There's the asteroid reprocessing, fine, but I'm not actually fussed about that for the initial thing. So it's really them two. And these are awesome, but don't really need them. I kind of want to get foundry, you know, a little bit of a foundry production going, and big mining drills so that we can use them off planet. But it's really all about the artillery. Now the actual shells require tungsten plate and calcite. Okay, so we would need to set up. Vulcanus Express would need to become a back and forth ship sending tungsten plate, calcite, and orangeade science packs, so that we can make explosives. Does the actual thing need anything? No, it's just tungsten plate, so that's covered. Cool. Now, those also now need, yeah, calcite. But if we're sending that anyway, that's fine. Okay, so what I would probably just need the one rocket silo. Do we? I think that's probably fine, isn't it? And then the ship will come back and forth, loading up those bits and pieces. But I only really draw. Well, we need to do the sciences. But our only real draw will be the calcite and the tungsten steel things. So that's what we really need to make. Okay. I've got 3 of them now, so I can mess about and experiment. I'm just wondering how compact I can make this just to get us... Oh, no, you don't want to build that. So if this ends up being the tungsten coming in, but it's the ore, and those... Oh, of course you don't turn... Yeah, so tungsten carbide you don't turn into tungsten plate. You just make that direct, but using molten iron. Okay. And then that's sulfuric acid and the carbon. Okay. So the orange jade science packs, what do they actually... Those 2 plus molten copper, which is a piece of piddle. Okay. 10-second craft time though. But then you get the 50% prod bonus, don't you? So it's actually 2. So an effective 5-second craft time. But we can also put prod modules in the actual boundaries. I'm going to do level 2, obviously. Do I want to try and base it around 5 of these? Seems a lot. I did really well with 4. In fact, 4 seemed like too much. My original playthrough. Maybe I just do 2. Oops. So if we do 2 then, making the old orange jade, what would we need to support that? So if they're making 0.6, we need double that effectively. So we would then need, so to get the steely one, 0.8 and point, so 1.6, what do you actually make on your own? 0.6. So we then go 1.6. So that's 0.6, 1.2. So and that gets us a bit extra for using in, you know, other things. We also then need tungsten carbide, but that's then. So if I have 2 each for each of those, that gets us an excess of those. Do I need anything for... Do I need them for anything in particular? We need them for the actual machines, so yeah, we do need excess. Using the foundry and that one. Okay. So yeah, we probably need... So 1.2, that gets us... 1.5 is probably not enough of an excess. So we'll do 3 each for them. It's looking quite doable in terms of... The difficulty is going to be the tungsten, as we know. And, you know, we have the option of killing Mr. Worm or just guerrilla mining to get us what we need for now. Difficulty with that is going to be the whole... You know, we want to do artillery. So I think we are going to have to kill Mr. Worm. Okay, so what else do these need? These just need tungsten. They need molten iron, which is like, it's like 1, isn't it? Because that's like ridiculously productive, that recipe. That's why everyone loves it here. molten iron from lava. So they need 4. That produces 93.7. So between them, they only need to run 4, 8, 12, 16, and that produces oodles more. So we then got a need for. If I move that to there, I guess there's copper as well for this recipe. And again, oh, they need 80. Okay, so we are going to need more. Each pack is 80. So that would then be 160, 90, 180. So that would sort us for them. With a little bit of extra, that gets us loads of extra. But then we need... sulfuric acid is obviously just straight in. Then we need the carbon. Carbon is your chemical lab. That makes 1 a second. And these each need 0.75. So that would be 1.5, 3, 4.5. And that makes 1. So if we were to go... Are you using anything else particularly useful here? Obviously got the carbon fibre, that's not here though, is it? Just a fuel. So not really. Don't really need to overproduce that particularly. Okay. So what was that then? 1.75. So that 0.5, 2, what was it? 1.5, 3, 4.5. So you need like, do need 1 extra, don't we? It's like that many. So it is roughly 1 to 1. You know, not, it should be that, but who cares? Okay, and then the acid and stuff would come from raw thing. It's just then coal mining. So that setup would make us science and get us a little bit of extra of those. Not a lot extra, a little bit. This would allow us to support a lot more of these. And all those need are the tungsten that we don't really have. Okay. If we were then to make a separate build that was foundries making foundries, what do we need to support this? So if we just got 1, say, it's fine. It would need 20. I suppose the thing with this is actually the artillery. How many does that need? It needs 4 tungsten plate per artillery shell. So if we're getting, how much spare have we got? Not a lot. So 1.2. No, it's 0.4. So we're only getting 0.8 per second spare. So it's not even 1 artillery shell's worth per second. So we do need to like really increase that. So whole extra set of them. Because all it is iron, and we're getting, you know, we're getting 100 nearly out of that. And they're only taking 16 each. So that easily supports them. What was the other thing in? Well, it's just calcite, isn't it? It's the other weird ingredient. Yeah. What about this one though? That was... oh, that's just calcite. That's fine then. Okay. No problem. So, if we also wanted to make foundries then, we would need more tungsten carbide. Each one takes 20. How much extra are we producing on this scale? We've got 1.2 needed, so 2.4 needed total, and that's making 0.75. So, 1.2, 1.75, so 1.5, so 0.3 extra, and then it's like, so it's 1 extra per one of those. 1 extra. And what recipe am I looking at? I'm looking at the cliff explosive. No, I'm not. Oh, I'm looking at this. 1.2 extra. 1.3 extra. 1.4 extra. 1.5 extra. 1.6 extra. 1.7 extra. 1.8 extra. 1.9 extra. 1.10 extra. 1.11 extra. 1.12 extra. 1.13 extra. 1.14 extra. 1.15 extra. 1.16 extra. 1.17 extra. 1.18 extra. 1.19 extra. 1.20 extra. 1.21 extra. 1.22 extra. 1.23 extra. 1.24 extra. 1.25 extra. 1.26 extra. 1.27 extra. 1.28 extra. 1.29 extra. 1.30 extra. 1.31 extra. 1.32 extra. 1.33 extra. 1.34 extra. 1.35 extra. 1.36 extra. 1.37 extra. 1.38 extra. 1.39 extra. 1.40 extra. 1.41 extra. 1.42 extra. 1.43 extra. 1.44 extra. 1.45 extra. 1.46 extra. 1.47 extra. 1 1 extra per second, so we would get a foundry every 20 seconds or so. Doesn't feel quick enough. Do you also need carbide? You do. 20. Oh, that's the per second craft, sorry. It's 15 and 20, so 70. I think I want to kind of like double this up as well, so we'll need extra ones of those, extra ones of those. Yes, well that's 1.5, because 2 is 3, isn't it? So 2 is 1.5, so 4 is 3. And that's just 3 of those. So actually, so it's a 3 to 4 ratio. So 3 to 4. So we've got 4 left, so we need 3 more of them. And it's just coal and acid, so it's just getting it on a belt basically. We then need other things. We need steel circuits. Tungsten carbide is what we've just done. Really fine concrete. Crikey, your recipes are complicated, aren't they? So if we do another foundry. No, making steel. We know that that's a very productive recipe, so we should maybe get away with 1. But 20. No, keep doing that. 50 needed. You would make 2 a second, so it's going to take 25 seconds to do 1. It uses the molten iron, doesn't it? So we'd have some left over from that in theory. But I think we double that. Because these are only 4, 8, 16, 32. So it's leaving 60. We had another one on, we're 150-ish. 37.5, 75. So that would support 4 steels. Four steels, that's fine, like ish. But that then gets us 2, 4, 6, 8 per second. Which, you know, it's not going to make one of these per second, but what's that? 8, 6, call it 10, 5, so it's every 5 seconds, which is fine. And we get, you know, 50% bonus, so it's better than that. But this doesn't need steel, weirdly, except in the electric engines, which is annoying. But yeah, we then need... Well, let's have a look at the lube. Right, the lube is them. We just need 20 lube, but we're going to need lube as well for your Lecky engines. We're only making one of these, what was it, every 4 seconds or something. So I only need 20 every 4 seconds, so it's like 5. And this is producing 10 every second, so it's loads spare. But if we then wanted to make them into Lecky engines as well, 10-second craft time, 30-second craft time. So one machine would make enough for this. No, other way around. So 30 seconds. So one machine would make 3 in that time, and we need 10. So we need 3 of these, really. And that needs... Oh, press the wrong button. That needs 1.12, so that's more than enough lube to support them as well. We know that, whoops, that is engines as well. Going to need to work out a whole load of green circuits. And then obviously that means them as well. Obviously, ideally, I'd have some foundries, EMPs, but I think I've made like 6 of them in total. And they're on Fulgora. So we're right with a loom. And got the electric engines. Tungsten carbide we're fine with, so we would need to make mining drills. What's your recipe, isn't it? It's way, way, way longer. 30 seconds. And then that's like... It's like half a second or something. 2 seconds. So in 30 seconds, this would make 15, which is going to be way more than we need, because we only need one. What are you using? You're that. What are you using? You gears. But these can make gears directly, can't they? They can, look at that. Iron into gears. I think we'd probably need another one of them. So that gets us the gears. We'd also need more. Well, I mean, we're not even making iron plate, so we need an iron plate. Straight out of the iron. We would need copper plate. Did they have a... Oh no, they can make cables direct, can't they? Cool. But was there an excess here? Because that's making 93.7, 80, 160, and that's 180. Yes, there's 20 left, which is perfectly what that is. Okay, so we need no extras there. Circuit-wise, though... How did I come up with that? Oh, that was a perfect match with that. But how many does it actually make? It makes 12 a second. And this only needs 4.5. So we could kind of support 3 of them. Is that going to be okay? I mean, we don't really care at the speed of that. It's just so long as we got some left over. These we do. So they're less than 1 a second. And of course we know that makes 1.5 per second. So I think 1 of those will be fine. And that'll produce like 3 times as much copper cable as we need. Gears now. You're gonna, well, in theory you would need 5 every 2, so 2.5 a second. But we don't need you to, you're gonna run 1 cycle every 5th of that. It's like 1 gear a second is fine. What about these guys? These are less than 1 a second. That's making 6 a second, so that's enough. Steel, did we have enough spare steel? I think we probably do. Yeah, probably fine. Mentally eyeballing it. But what we do know is that another one of them making pipes directly. So, where have we got to? We know we've got the orange aid covered. And we know we've got, you know, tungsten carbide being made, that's all fine. That's being made. That's just resources. So it's just these 2. So what we're missing, we've got mining drills, so we're missing red circuits. Now then, that might be a trick shot because that's plastic. So we're missing red circuits. And we're missing refined concrete. Are you chewing on my Nalvis space again? Will you leave it alone? Yeah, refined concrete is the answer. So these 2, whoops. Did it again. These 2. Because it's refined concrete, not just concrete. So we've got regular concrete needed. Iron 6, do you make iron sticks direct? Oh wow, you do. Superb job. 24 a second. 24 a second. That's nearly a red belt. Plus the bonus, it's more than a red belt. Crikey. Oh no, well, no, that is the rate, so that must include the bonus. Wait, maybe a red belt a second. Crikey. How much do you actually... I mean, it depends how many, you know, how much sort of speed, but if I'm doing one of those every, you know, 2 a second or something, well, how much refined concrete does this actually make? 0.5, so that would be really slow, wouldn't it? So if we do, say, 4 of those in total, which then requires what? Stick to refine with, I think we've probably got enough steel steel. So it's really about the regular concrete. We need 1 a second for each machine, and it only makes 0.75. So that's 1.5, and that's 3. So I need another one of them. Is that right? That's 1.5, 3, 2.75. No, it's not, is it? Another one. We then need iron ore. Huh. Does that have a recipe for making it? It does, doesn't it? Okay. But probably means we need more. Is that straight from... That's from molten iron, okay. But yeah, I think we're probably at a stage where we do need another one of them. So we then need to make the iron ore. We need stone brick. I mean, we could bring some electric furnaces in. That'd save having to do coal. How much does he... I mean, we've got loads of spare stone, because it'll be a byproduct of the thing. We need to do the water as well, don't we? Isn't water from... Can you steam neutralise or something? There we go. So we've got steam condensation. Get us the water. That should be more than it. So it's making 90. They're like 10, 20... And that's only... So it'd be like 40 it needs. Yeah, that's fine then. So that's the water. We've got the sticks. Concrete's there. So bricks. So we only need... Well, we got... Each one's about 1. So we need like 3 bricks a second. So it's nothing basically. We're going to put that... No, won't let me go to that? Okay. But yeah, one of those makes speed on it is. But the recipe is, 3.2 seconds, so we just set up a... We always just chuck it in the lava with the stone. Let's just leave it at that. So that would be for stone bricks. We've got the iron ore, water. Now, red circuits. Misread the recipe. Molten iron out of iron ore. Oh, right. Okay. Yeah, there is, isn't there? Another way of... Oh, yeah, that's the one for when you're on now, this. Oh, it does. It makes it direct, doesn't it? Okay. But it needs water. And molten iron. Okay. But it makes 10. Oh, we don't need 10. We need like 3. Yeah, so one of those is fine. But we're going to need more water, I think. I think that's not enough now. 5, 10, 20. Oh, no, that's fine. Slightly more brick, is it? But for 6. So yeah, we'd probably need 6 of them. I was on the elderly. So brick is not going to be a problem. But yeah, direct recipe. Thanks for that, by the way. So that's yeah. The whole back seat in it. I don't fundamentally mind, particularly if I make some cock up like that. It's quite useful. It's people come along and they're like, this is what you should do. This, and why are you doing that? That's not the most efficient thing to do. Just don't care. So it's growing and growing, this, isn't it? And originally it was just this. I thought that's what we'd be making. But there you go. Let's have a quick butchers. How many foundries have we actually made, if any? Did I cock this up? Not many, because I left it in the blooming thing. It's not outputting anywhere, is it? Let's go and fix that then. Also, I haven't given it very much tungsten at all. was hoping it might come back and get a million foundries, but it's not going to work if it didn't have anywhere to put them. And it's also not. Why is there no steel being made? Oh, because the steel's over there. Why is the steel in a box over there? What? Okay. I thought I'd moved it over, but I had not. Okay, so we go around that. Get in there then. That gets you your steel. Tungsten ore. Should be put in that box, but I haven't got any. Okay. Don't suppose me platform's back, is it? It's nearly here. This is where I look in the thing. It's done like 4 trips. No, cool. They wouldn't be in there though, would they? Because there's no request active. Oh, just leave it for when it arrives. What was I doing? I was trying to work out the whole tungsten situation. Let's go and get some ROMs then. Now we're doing 56. So they're quite productive, these little rocks, but don't want to spend all that time doing this. Wasn't there quite a big sort of field? Here we go. Oh, your bots are damaged. I guess they got set on fire. Got 100, 209. Oh, here we go. 100, 200, 300. Now there is. Okay, so hopefully make some. Go on. Of your foundries. We've already got one. Cool. So that's 4. How many are we running at now? I mean, I got 3. Was it here? 3 there. No, 2 then. I got 4. So I got 6 of. I need 28 at the moment. Crikey. So yeah, we need this to chug away. Making foundries. So everything else, I don't mind importing it if I have to. So it's not the trip to Vulcanus is not a tough one. From Malvis. Oh, bum. You're not meant to build it, bots. I'm doing numbers. Okay. So, red circuits was the thing. And this is where it gets interesting. How many do we actually really need? Because I'm going to make one of them, you know, every so often, aren't I? Yeah, the recipe is 30 seconds long. So at best, and it's not what I'm aiming for, we might make, you know, one every 15 seconds or something. So we would need 10 red circuits every 15 seconds. So it's, let's go with one red circuit a second. So we would need 6 red circuit machines. I'm not actually, this could be the thing coming the other way. We could pick them up on Malvis and just drop them off here. But yeah, let's see what that would look like, because we got to do, you know, plastic production and stuff. Didn't that produce a whole load extra? So if it's making 12, and that's only demanding 4.5, and this wasn't being utilised, but we're going to need a whole load more. So we're going to need a load more copper cables, basically. But it's only a half, isn't it? So 2 of those is 1, 2, 3. Just we need a load for the green as well. So that's 7.5, and this is making 12. So one of those is going to support what those need, except that we need more basic circuits. We need 1/4 of one per second. So it would be 1.5 a second. And that's what one machine makes. So if we do 2, we know we've got a bit spare. Cable wise then, that increases our demand by 9. So we're going to need a second one of them. I think that means another one of those. Music's gone all music-y. It's a bit distracting. This is like, that's why I'm not actually all that big a fan of the Space Age soundtrack. I think the music is good. It's the same issue I have with yeah, so we just have the plastic on it. All game soundtracks, in that they're soundtracking a game that is, they're trying to be more like a film soundtrack. So what's that? 1/4, half, 1, 1.75, so 2. Okay, so just one making plastic. Obviously, we can make those in cryoplants eventually, can't we? Yeah. So that's way down the line. And there's the bioplastics as well. But yeah, it's always sort of, that's why I really like the original soundtrack, because it's ambient background. It's not trying to take your attention as such. It's trying to set a mood sort of thing. Whereas that's a piece of music to listen to. They really are keen to destroy my Malvis base, aren't they? But yeah, we need I built an electric machine rather than ghost in it. We need light oil. Sorry, petroleum. I mean, I haven't even thought about because we've got the rocket side of stuff as well. So maybe we should think about that now. Should I think about that now? I mean, what do we need to make? Because, yeah, I could import them, you see. I say, because they're going to have a thing delivering you know, tungsten tungsten steel and calcite to now this. So why don't I just pick up some blue circuits, LDS, and you know that. Oh, and of course orangeade science packs, because we only need, you know, we need two. That's it. Two researches, and then it's about importing the actual material. But yeah, we can do low density structures, can't we, in here? Yeah, this is this famous LDS shuffle. Not 0.4 a second. So that would then be 0.8, 1.2. Okay. We're trying to match 1.2 with these making circuits. We would get nowhere near. It is 111 in a rocket, isn't it? I'm not going there. Yeah, 111. I mean, what we really need is the MP, obviously. Wait for a second. 0.07 a second. Wow, that's slow. I could bring in some green assemblers, couldn't I? Fill them for a couple of modules, just for these. Won't do the maths, will it, if I... So I have got like, speed 2s. I think it's just the same as... yeah. So if we... I mean, 0.4 a second... I don't know what that goes up to. .27, okay. So if we swap one of them out, 0.23, so effectively a quarter. So if we were to use those with the modules on, then that would get us, say, 0.8, so what was it? 0.23. What about the second one then? 0.2-ish. Okay. So effectively 2 to 1 on them. It's got the modules in. So if we were to do, so that's 0.8 a second. Okay, and then the other bit is the rocket fuel. What does that look like? Wrong machine. The rocket fuel. The rocket fuel. 0.05 a second. It's the same dealio, isn't it, basically? Need to bring in some of these. Oops. 0.13, crikey. 0.18. So if we boosted that up with them with the modules, because you know that's it. That's importing. What's that? 2, 4, 6, 8, and then 4 in each of those. So it's not even a stack of level 2 prod and things, so it's not massive import. But though, what was it? So with 4 speeds, those get up to just under 0.2, which is what that was. So it's roughly balanced. Not balanced at all, but roughly balanced. Balanced at all. So then we could do solid fuel, because that's light oil, isn't it? Do I need to unlock proper coal liquefaction as well then? It's way better, that recipe. I think I probably do, don't I? Okay. Yes, so what we need is 0.83 of each. I mean, the acid we're getting for free, so we don't need to worry about that. So 0.83 and 0.83, but it's not, is it? What is it? 1.83, so effectively 2. So 2, 4, 6, 8. So we need 8. So that's not too bad. Oops. Because we're getting 1 a second. So that would then be 10, 20, 30, 40. So 80 heavy oil needed. Which, if we can get coal liquefaction up and going, like a proper one, we will certainly get. Yeah, so we're going to have to do a whole coal liquefaction build. For the time being, we can just do normal crack. So, difficulty is that these then, because each of those only makes, so we would need 2 basically. And it's not that though, is it? It's way more than that. But if we said it was 1 red circuit per machine, then that's like 10. And that's more like 8 of those. Or 9. Let's just go back and flip it over again. In fact, let's do a separate one of them. So U to blue circuits. And then it was that, wasn't it? 0.19, yeah. So we would need 0.34. So effectively 1.5 red circuits. And each one only makes, oh, I've used the 1.5. So yeah, we need like 10 or 12 or something as well on top. Ah, see, this is where it all concerts together, the P and this. 2, 4, 6, 7, 10. 2, 4, 6, 8, 10. So that gets all of those, but each one of those needs a green, 2.5 green circuits. Which isn't too many. 5, 10, 1.5, so 3, 6, 9, just over 10, except that we also need them here. So we'd need 4, so that's 1, 2.5. So yeah, so we do something like that. Then need even more plastic. Half. 1, 2. So it's like 3 extra plastic. So we need them. But yeah, there's basically there's like a whole oil build as well. Even more cable for both of them. That's the 9. 18, 30 odd, 40 odd. Just about 50 more cable. One of those produces 12. So that would then be more. So a surprising amount of cable. 24, 48, something like that. Something like that. We can tweak the numbers as we go, but that does mean we're going to need a few more of them. Cool. I think that's everything then. No, it isn't, because I need iron and I need plastic. I only need 2, I need like 3, so if we were to put an extra then I think we'll be okay, because that's 2. And there was a bit extra there. So I'll do another one. Oh, we need 20 and 66, even more copper. 66, so 120. Yeah, probably need 2 more of them. And it's liquid metal as well. Liquid iron as well. Where was that? Oh, it's here, isn't it? How much? 20 odd. And each one of those is 90, so yeah, this one. Then. So I think that's about right. Vaguely-ish. Space-wise, we'll need all of this, basically, aren't we? Okay. But I think it will fit in here. We're just going to end up a bit sort of spaghetti. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to blueprint this. Just so that I've got a record of all those machines. But it also tells me how much I need. So I need to bring in some greens, but I need to bring in like several stacks of chemical labs, electric furnaces. Got the refineries, so we need. We're going to need 1 more assembly machine. So we need. Because have you arrived? You have. Excellent. So I can bin that off. It was even more of them. Some of them. Some of them. Like. Must have been like. Because we're going to need them as well for power, so I might as well bring in several stacks of them. Should we bring in belt? I mean, I haven't even thought about making belt using foundries yet. So I think we're going to need a lot of belt. It's 7 o'clock basically, so I can kind of leave it doing this while I go and have dinner. We will need pipe, but I'm happy making that. Yeah. I guess inserters would be good, since we got all these machines. I did like requesters, I've got bots. Should we bring more? Railway ports? What was the other thing? I need to drop these down, don't I? So we've got rail, the actual locos, the more belts. Let's drop the guns down. Okay, how many of these have we made now? Not many, I would imagine. 4. Because no tungsten. Soon choose through that, isn't it? Cool. But anyway, yes, it's 7 o'clock. I don't feel. Oh, sorry, I didn't even see that comment. When I see this, I don't feel like it's going to grab my attention. Maybe you're just not used to hearing different music when playing Victoria. Yeah, that's probably a big part of it as well. Yeah, but it's more. It's like an actual. And then grabbing your attention is probably a bit of a harsh way of putting it, like an over-the-top way of putting it. But it's difficult to describe. I suppose it is the difference between ambient music and just like actual music, if you see what I mean. In that, to me, it feels like it's a soundtrack, to a thing, as it were, rather than ambient music just sort of being in the background. It's a very difficult thing for me to explain, but it's kind of the same problem. I have the same problem basically in all games. I almost inevitably turn them. Well, I always, as soon as I start on any game, I turn the music down because I find it too distracting. But also a lot of games, particularly if I'm playing them for a long time, I just turn the music off because it's just too. It pulls my attention basically, and while it's not, it's not never a reflection of the actual music itself. It's always just that, because I tend to play games in very long sessions. I'll sit there for hours, or like this. I've sat here for 3 hours playing this, without any kind of a break. So I just get to a point usually where the music is just because I have like audio issues basically, like sort of I get sensory overload with sounds generally. It's like at work. I put headphones on because I listen to music, and ironically, and actual music, not ambient music, but generally speaking, I listen to the exact same songs over and over, so that to me they are now ambient background noise. They're not actual, it's not. I'm not paying any attention to the music because I've heard it so much. Which is kind of the same thing with Factorio, as you say. It's sort of like I've heard the Factorio soundtrack so much now that I almost don't hear it. But as I say, it's the type of music that it is has enabled me just to play with it on. Because most games, I say, I would have got to a point where I have to turn it off. Basically, it's just too much. There's a part of my brain that's trying to listen to the music. And that's too much mental, capacity, basically. On top of concentrating on the actual game. Yeah, it's difficult to explain, but yeah. Okay, so that's it for this week, and that's it for today. I will be back next week and several weeks after. However, beginning of October, so in a month's time, I will be taking a short break to go and see my dad, as it's his birthday. So I'll be away that weekend, but we shall be good till then. I am then having holiday at the end of October. I don't really have any plans. I'm thinking of actually taking a proper holiday. I don't know that I don't want to go back to Prague. I really enjoyed my trip to Prague. But yeah. But I might also just stay at home and work on videos and stuff like that. So I don't know what I'll be doing then, but whether there'll be streams or not. Other than that, it's then should be clear straight out to Christmas, basically. I think. Yeah. And the plan is to keep going both. So this series is one where I will be playing it off stream in particular. I'll be messing about and sort of catching up as much as I remember to do so between the streams. Because where I want, I'm enjoying playing it as playing it again rather than thinking about the parameterization. Like I did, when I did the first one, I kind of did that mostly at the end of that series. So if we do look at that, I will kind of probably do it later on. Really, the Crestoria 2 one, I am enjoying it. It's a bit manual at the moment because bots are a long way off, and I didn't put any helper bots or anything like that. But I am quite enjoying playing that. It's not massively different so far because it's the Crestoria 2 Space Down, so it's not massively different yet. I expect it will be once we get closer to things like space science and stuff like that. I'm sure it will change significantly then, with stuff going off onto other planets and all that sort of stuff. But that one I should mostly be playing on stream. I say it's quite manually grindy at the moment, so I might do some of that at some point. But yeah, so that's the plan for the streams. Continuing on, Saturday's Crestoria 2 and Sunday's the Factorio Space Age playthrough that we're doing. And we'll be back next week. No problems there. The other thing I usually mention, if you are watching on YouTube, you can also watch on Twitch. If you're watching on Twitch, you can also watch on YouTube, because I restream to both. However, YouTube is the one with the archive of the VODs, so you can catch up on these two series and all my other series. I have loads of Factorio playthroughs, as well as other building and management games, Satisfactory, Tectonica, Dice program. As I said yesterday, Satisfactory will come back. I need to find the motivation and interest to do that again, though. I always sound like I'm bashing the game, but to me, it's just not quite in the sweet spot of automation. It's too manual, really. So I need to find the interest in building a rail network, basically. But it will be back. I'm sure, probably after Christmas, I would guess. What's the other thing to note? I guess the other thing on YouTube is that membership's available. Over there. They get you early access to my videos. I do. So when the Friday Facts were active, I was doing Friday Facts read-throughs, going into real depth, doing a lot of speculation and thinking about what everything meant and all that sort of stuff. Because those are over, I have replaced it with a law speculation series that you can also find on there, and that's what you get early access to in particular as a member. You get early access to those videos, which isn't that much of a perk, but then it's only £5. The other thing you will get, though, is access to some exclusive videos. So I have started doing a retrospective series where I look at the speculations that I did, because I did some pure speculation videos, and see how much I got right, basically, what I got right, what I got wrong. I've been very generous to myself about getting stuff right, obviously, but it's quite interesting. Some random comment I've made, and it actually turns out to be a big thing in the expansion. So yeah, I can kind of see why the devs were like, you managed to, you've guessed a load of stuff. Have you got an insider? And I think it's a bit more of a blooped out some stuff that turned out to be true than anything else. Yeah, so that's all my self-promo stuff, I think. Is that right? Yeah, there's the videos. Yeah, so the members access, you get early access to the videos as well as that retrospective series. I will be doing a video that is for non-members, that is like highlights of that, to sort of show you what you're missing, as it were. That sounds a bit harsh, but yeah. So membership's available for £4.99. I mean, there's other exclusives. There's like some outtakes from the videos, but they're like 4 minutes long. If you're not following me on socials, Blue Sky's the one. Basically, I only really post on there, and I basically don't post. Social media is not really my cup of tea. But if you see posts from me, you will see them on Blue Sky. Cool. So I think that's everything. If you have been watching, I hope you've enjoyed it, and you might consider coming back for another. I've been Trismegistus. This has been Factorio Space Age. Thanks for watching. Cheers.